We're running out of time in Uberak. How far are we from the exit?
Not far. We have entered the Upper Kingdom. The exit should lead us to the base of the glacier itself. However, there are still hidden traps and pitfalls to account for.
Take cover! Yes! The entire passage collapsed. There's no time to dig through this. I'll have to move quickly and find my own way out. Hopefully Anubarak and the others survived. No one orders me around. For the Lich King. This is more
Inventory is full.
At last. I'll be singed if I get too close to those flames. At last. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. I'll need this gold for when I reach the glacier. Finally. This is more like it. More of the Nerubians' blasted mechanisms. I'll have to time this perfectly. More like it. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Finally. At last. Another quake? Finally. At last. Now, Frostmourne. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Finally. At last. Finally. At last. I'll make sure you suffer. This is more like it. At last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. At last. What is it now? Tread lightly. No one orders me around. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Faithless coward. I'll make sure you suffer. What is it now?
Inventory is full.
Frostmourne hungers. At last. This is more like it. Finally. At last. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Finally. I must find a way across this strange obstacle. Finally. You will know endless torment. Faithless coward. last. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Finally, Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. At last. This is more like it. Finally. This is more like it. Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. At last. Now, Frostmourne.
Inventory is full.
This is more like it. For the Lich King. At last. This is more like it.
Anubarak, you made it.
I see now why the Lich King chose you as his champion, Death Knight. Few men could have survived this labyrinth alone.
No one orders me around. Finally. This is more like it.
Another earthquake. We must hurry, Death Knight.
Tread lightly.
Something's breaking through. Defensive positions!
My might cannot be matched.
What is it? This is more like it. At last. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. At last. Finally.
We're running out of time. We must find the exit.
Frostmourne.
They're blocking the way to the exit. We'll have to fight our way through them to reach it.
Tread lightly. Frostmourne hungers. Finally.
I serve only the frozen throne.
Speak, fool. Frostmourne hungers.
Tide is fleeting.
What is it now? This is more like it. At last. Finally. At last. Frostmourne hungers. Speak, fool.
I have heard the summons.
What is it now? At last.
Now quickly, head through that door. The exit to the surface lies just beyond.
It'll be good to see the sun again.
Remember, Illidan and the true battle still await us in the world above. Hopefully our trek through the Dark Earth bought us the precious time we needed.